But who's going to do it? What technician wants to work there? How about you, Maurice?
Well, oftentimes I feel like I'm already there. But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. And, um,
Wow,
you
that's
know,
tough. I mean, it seems to me like, I mean, there are people that work in mental health facilities, and I mean, the fact that you're a social worker, I know people who have been social workers who just had to get out because of just their heart couldn't take it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I can feel your pain and having to even tell the story. You know what I mean? Like, I get that that takes its toll on a person. So I don't know if there's like a round, rotation, like I got it this week, I'm gonna put it in. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a great idea. But I have to believe that there are human beings out there that would say, all right, I'm gonna take this on, even if it's for a period of time, to be able to have that space available. But yeah, I'm sure it's not people's first choice, you know what I mean? But
right, right.
Well,
Because
I would think part of that solution would be like to have a psychiatrist as well as a nephrologist, someone who could give them their meds. A lot of these people have appointment fatigue, like even people super anxious, super depressed. You add one more appointment. Yes, I want to go to therapy, but I don't want one more appointment, one
right,
more medicine. No, they're already so tired of seeing doctors and so tired of taking all these meds that even though the hope there of getting better is available and the treatment's paid for and everything's covered, they just don't want to go to another appointment.
wow.
wow.
So in that situation, I mean, what are your tools? What do you have that you can, give to those patients?
I have like a hope line. The Renal Support Network has a hope line that's peer to peer, just compassion, support. It's not therapy, but it's somebody they can talk to. There's online like coffee talk support, also Renal Support Network. Great place to look things up. You can check out blogs, which is sometimes helpful, from the sharp end of the needle.
Hmm.
There's some YouTube channels that help people like feel more normal and deal with their frustrations. I don't think it's the same as therapy, but it helps. Every little bit helps.
So when we post this, I hope we can get like a list of some of the resources that you're talking about so that we can list them actually on screen so people can have access. So just to shift gears a little bit, I know you have your nonprofit, the High Desert Kidney Hope. Your nonprofit, explain what that does and what that is, and just let us know, what services are provided that people can take advantage of.
So we're pretty small up in the high desert. We do fundraisers, try to earn money, and we basically give it away for people who are on dialysis in desperate need. So they don't have a ride, they can't afford their medication copay, their lights are going to be turned off, they're short on their rent. We write them a check, say, all right, you need this, here you go. This will get you through for now. I wish we had more money available. We would definitely help more people, but that's what we're doing for now.
That's great. And I think that's a good model for people. I think especially when I was younger, like I thought I needed to take on the whole problem, like worldwide, like, and as we get older, I was like, no, just take care of what you can take care of and inspire other people to take care of what they can take care of. So I commend you for at least taking that bite out of the apple, if you will. And just doing that bit, because I think that inspires people to maybe say, all right, I can do that. I can help another 5 patients or whatever.
And I get the most support from those people who are seeing it and dealing with it. Technicians, nurses, and other patients are probably the biggest contributors to it.
Wow, awesome.
That's good to know. So we're going to start to wrap this up, but I'd ask David, what is there that if you had, a nugget or nuggets to give to general population or patients, or what is it that you would like to let people know coming out of this conversation that they should know?
Well, for the people who are not on dialysis, be very careful about your diet. Watch the diabetes and high blood pressure. Those are the things that lead to dialysis the most.
Yes.
For the people on dialysis, I would say look at home dialysis as your module, your way of getting dialysis, your modality. That's really better for your body. It's going to make you last longer and you're going to have more freedom. It won't be as much of a burden on home dialysis as it is in center.
Yes.
Great. Good. I think good advice. And that's something that I've learned. My sister does peritoneal. She's actually, we've had her on, and she travels. She's gone to Europe and had her solutions sent in the mail and picked them up, and taken extra suitcases and gotten on trains and buses and taking cruises. And she's kind of, a 2%er, if you will, but also inspiring people to know that there are some freedoms within. And I think what you just said about, doing home, to try to have as much of a quote unquote normal life as possible in the midst of that. Maurice, anything that you'd like to add to it?
Yeah, just the social worker is the key to so many different things. And when patients have problems, what David does is like essential to everything we do. And, I wish that I could work with the social worker. And I think a lot of other dialysis technicians like me probably want to work with the social worker a lot more, because, primarily those are how things are solved. I mean, that is the go-to person in the center when there's problems. And without the social worker, those things don't get fixed.
Right.
And so just to commend David on what he does.
Thank you. Yeah. And really, I find that to be occupying most of my time, is solving issues that you never knew existed. So to say what's in your job description, I'm like the hub of the center, and I solve issues coming from the doctors in, the nurses in, the technician, and the patients, just solving it and making it work to the better.
Awesome. You're the glue.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I hope we can have another conversation moving forward. If there are any things that you feel like we should target and focus on, we can do a special session on that. Or if there's, some things that as now that you've had a conversation with us and know what we're up to, if there's a way that we can help you in any endeavors that you have, whether you're having, a fundraiser come up or something like, I don't know, whatever, just let us know. We're building a community. We're building advocates. We're building, the team, the big team that is going to help folks out. So I'm open to that. I know Maurice is, because that's who he is. So we're going to bring this to a close. Thank you so much, David Baptist, for being a guest with us and for sharing a perspective that I hadn't, I knew about, but I hadn't heard about and hadn't heard the voice of. So thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. And with that, we're going to say goodbye on another episode of What's the Deal with Dialysis. Hopefully, having heard this, you've learned some things, gained some perspective on, ways that we can make it better for patients, for their families, for all those involved, for the technicians, for the social workers, for the doctors, for that matter. We're going to keep having these conversations. We're going to keep inviting more people so that people have a better understanding and we can affect change. So with that, we're going to say goodbye. go well into your day, to your night, wherever you are in the world, and just keep inspiring others to inspire others, because that's what we do. And goodbye.
Peace.